I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken at the 3. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
Let's go!
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything. But
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. No, go.
Operating from the gun. Rolling. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And now here comes Kansas City.
90 Wolf.
Watch the Check 26, check 26. 6-6, bullet high. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Roy, flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
30 base. Hey, Delta. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You better bring it. You better bring it. Let's go.
Second and 2. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Out. 80 weapon.
Back to throw. Roy. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
31's the mic. Watch the pass. Hey, Haywood, you're out.
To throw on second down. Roy eluding the pressure right. Gets this one to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Let's get off the field. 31's the mic. I'll get it.
On first and 10. Roy. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
You ready for a brick wall? You ready for a brick wall?
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's get that ball. Check 52. Topper.
Looking to throw. Roy. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Walk time. Tight end right. Edward. Hey, wahoo. 31. Defense.
On first down. Roy. This is caught. Watkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Callaway. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Get that quarterback. And go.
On 3rd down, Roy. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Tighten up.
On 4th down, Roy. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Roy. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize with a little bit on top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown-to-interception ratio, aren't we? And 2-to-1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3-to-1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
On the double. Watch 98. 98's the mic. They're not ready for this. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Roy. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing his Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing now is Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You don't want to go 198. Pick up the ball. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Roy. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Second and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Roy. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling. Good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam off. Blue draw Porker. Look at me. Go.
On 2nd down, Williams gets around him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down. Roy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Roy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams
through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Rock it. Shift. Watch the shift. Jim, go.
On 1st down, Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
partner. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Flipper. Switch. Under crunch.
They'll try the left side. Callaway. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
22-jet bomber.
Second and 13. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the depth, and he's going to go down again. Anthony Hitchens able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. Callaway. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Count away. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Kill. Hey, lock it. Go.
They'll try the left side. Count away. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, Callaway. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Now a give right side. Callaway. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Check, 4 down. Under 10. Hit it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
53's the mic. 53. Check 5.
On 4th down. Roy. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a